Jujutsu Kaisen Phantom Parade is less than 24 hours away from a global launch. So today we're going to be doing a beginner's guide going over every single menu in the game, how the game works, and everything you could possibly ever want to know about this game so you guys can have a successful start to the game. So first off, one thing that I really love and I want to point out is we have these menus here where we can have the characters in the background, or you also have a live 2D option where you're able to switch out the backgrounds and switch out the characters that you have. And I kind of prefer this one because I really like the animations right here and having like an actual character here. So I think that is very cool. It's not really anything that adds a ton to the game, but it's just a nice little quality of life thing that I wanted to point out to you guys. And then over here on the right hand side, we have the gift box. Hopefully you guys know what the gift box is. We have the mission thing. It looks like a calendar, right? But it's for your missions. You can get your event mission rewards. You can get your normal mission rewards here. It doesn't matter, just mission rewards in general you can get here. This is your dispatch tab where you are going to be able to dispatch and get rewards. This is your shop tab. We'll go more over different shop currencies and different shop tabs a little bit later. That's its own whole thing, you know, but you can get free SSR characters from that. And those SSR characters are actually halfway decent. And then of course we have the battle pass tab. So this is going to be implemented on global launch. It was not originally here for JP at the beginning of the game. There is a free tier. And then of course there is a paid tier. The paid tier is like significantly better because you're getting more cubes or cursed crystals, whatever you want to call them, along the way in the paid tier. You do get some in the free tier, but not nearly as much. And then the paid tier obviously goes a little bit further to give you even more rewards. But if you're looking to summon, this seems to be the best value. Well, I have to see how much it actually costs on global launch, but I imagine it won't be too bad, hopefully. Moving on, we also have this here, which is your friend invitation tab where you're going to be able to invite friends. You're going to be able to get some more cubes if you guys are able to invite friends. So make sure you do that. Those codes are already going to be out for people. And then moving over to the character tab. So this is what your character tab looks like. This is where you're going to be able to work on investing in your characters, work on investing in your memories, so on and so forth. So going into the character tab here, I have a bunch of different characters. You can get them pretty high level. So I don't know what the level cap's going to be, quite honestly, at launch. I imagine it's going to be less than what you see here because the level caps increase as the story comes out. So I imagine we're not going to have as much story as JP has right now upon launch. So we'll probably have lower level characters, but eventually the levels will go up and you'll be able to get your levels higher. Now, when you see these 1s, the 2s, whatever on the characters, the 5s, that is because I have 5 dupes into that Mechamaru right there. The more dupes you have into a character, the stronger it makes them, just like any other gacha game, right? Pretty straightforward. I'll go ahead and click into Megami here so you guys can see. So you have the ability to upgrade not only your skills, but you can upgrade their level if you upgrade their grade. So by upgrading grades, you can see this goes really high in grade. I'm not even nearly done with him, so he can be higher level. But by upgrading the grades, you are then able to upgrade levels. How do you upgrade grades? Well, you're going to be able to get these materials over here on the right hand side. It tells you how many you need for each node. As you can see right here, I'm missing 40 of these. You can actually just click it and it will take you to where you need to go right here. So I have cleared one of these missions. Some of these missions I haven't cleared, but then you can go through and do those missions to be able to get those rewards. And if I go, I'll just show you guys really quickly into this one that I've already cleared. You are able to skip some of these missions. Okay, so you can skip like 84 missions and get a bunch of rewards. So that is nice. There is a skip function in this game in case you were wondering about that. So just keep that in mind. And then right here is how you would upgrade the skills, this menu right here. And you can see I can upgrade some of the skills right here. I'm at level 7 out of 10, 6 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10. If you can get it to 10 out of 10, it actually improves the skills drastically upgrading them. So you definitely want to upgrade the skills. And then of course you have all your stats right there. So that is basically the character tab in a nutshell. Very quick overview, but it's not anything super complicated. I will say it's a very simple character design for this game, which I appreciate. Same type of thing here for the residues, memories, whatever you want to call them, right? And so you have 2 for like 2 dupes into this one, 5 for 5 dupes into this one. You can upgrade it up to a certain level, right? So I can get this one up to level 65 right now. And you can also see the stats and everything else just like you can with the characters. And the memories all have different effects. They all do different things. I'm not going to try to explain what each one of these memories does right now because this is in Japanese, but later on in Global, I will try to explain different memories and stuff like that. I have already done a video on which characters and which memories or residues are best to pull for at the launch of game. So go check that out if you guys haven't yet. But by the way, this SR memory right here, if you guys are able to get this, is actually very, very good. So keep that in mind. Global launch, this might be a residue or memory you want to work on because that will be there at global launch, and I even still use it to this day, so it's a fairly decent residue. Now when it comes to recycling excess characters and excess residues, because you get them fully duped out, these buttons down here are how you would do that. So if we go down here, you can see I can recycle. I have 11 of this one. These are rares, right? And then you can probably see, no, I don't have any SSRs here. I was gonna say, you can probably see SSRs, but I haven't really had an opportunity to recycle them. But I could recycle like Mechamaru here because I don't need his 3. So I could just go ahead and recycle all of them if I do the check mark. If you wanna just do 1, you can choose to do 1. Okay, so check mark's the easy way to do them all. Here's how you do just 1 at a time. Same thing for when you get to the residues. You can recycle them if you want. I definitely don't want to recycle that one though because that was a free SSR memory. They are pretty generous in the freebies that they give you, so keep that in mind. On to the second tab, we have the story remembrance tab, or whatever you want to call it. Really, I don't know what this tab is actually called, but you're able to go back and you're able to see different parts of the main story and go and relive them. So like once you play through it once, that's not it. You can't never see it again. It'll be there still. So that's nice. And then same thing with the event stories. You're able to go back and see those as well. We have special stories for different things that come up as well. And then of course, just like the PVs that they put out. So, you know, once you've seen those things, they don't really ever go away. They're there in that tab if you ever want to go back and look at them. I don't know, this tab is probably the least used tab to me, but I will say one good thing out of this particular tab, whenever you watch these stories, you get some free cubes. So if there are any of these, watch them because they'll give you the free cubes. So yeah, that is kind of worth it in that aspect. Next up, we have the summon menu. The summon menu is pretty self-explanatory, but I will explain it just in case anybody is confused because I don't know if the global game said it's going to launch with a step-up banner. We don't have a step-up banner yet in JP. A lot of people think the step-up banner is going to be paid. I guess we'll have to see. I hope it's not just paid, but I don't know. We'll see. So you have two different types of summon currency. You have the normal summon currency, and then you have what is called paid summon currency. The paid summon currency, or the paid cubes, are going to allow you to summon differently than the normal, right? So 3,000 here, and if I try to do this, I don't have any. I don't have the ability to do it. It's going to make me come in here and try to buy the paid currency. So yeah, just keep that in mind. It's not super complicated. Paid currency, normal currency. Hopefully step-ups don't have paid currency. We'll have to wait and see in the game what they decide to do. But you can also check on the summon menu, I should mention, you can check rates, you can check info on like what characters are available to be summoned and stuff like that. So you can see all the rates right here just by checking those tabs, and you can see the featured character as well. So just like any other gacha game, really it's not that complicated. Summon screen they made very simple, like dummy proof, so I do appreciate that. There is pity as well. I should mention that if you go in and you look to do pity for a character and or a memory, it's 250 to get pity, so it's not the worst. That's 25 multis, but I will say sometimes the cursed crystals are kind of hard to come by, but you are able to pity characters on these banners, so there you go. There's a confirmation of pity as well. Moving on to the next screen, we have the character screen here. So on the character screen, you are able to upgrade your characters like trust levels essentially, and as you upgrade your characters you'll get these upgraded and you're able to get some free cubes. So basically the more you level up your characters, the more you increase their grades and stuff like that, the more cubes you're gonna get, and that's what you get from these. It's pretty straightforward. You're able to go through any of these characters here and increase their levels. As you increase their levels, you're gonna get free cubes. So just make sure you're working on every character and not just one or two, because working on every character across the board is going to net you more cubes overall to allow you to do more summons. So just keep that in mind. And then that leaves us with the final two tabs. We're going to talk about this main tab right here, and we're going to talk about the shop tab. So going into the main tab, you are able to see all of these menus. So you have the main quest, you have this right here where it's the event quest, you have the resource tab where you're able to go and farm out resources for your characters. You have another like trial tab where you're going to be able to farm out metals for the exchange shop. You have more materials for your characters and or residues to be able to upgrade them. So these two tabs, this one and this one, are to upgrade your characters and residues. And then this one is going to allow you to get currency to be able to exchange for free SSR characters. And this is the one I really want to point out. It's the tower mode that they're bringing early to global. I don't know if it's going to be there at launch. It doesn't seem like it. They said it's going to be early, but this is absolutely amazing. The tower mode is really, really nice because as you climb the tower, you're able to get this free currency. That's 300 for clearing that one floor, and it's not that hard early on in the tower. Like, this is going to be a large source of income for people to get cubes at the start. I'm hoping it comes out around the time the movie banner comes out with Yuta, because that'll help people be able to summon for Yuta, who is like a SS tier character, like very, very good. He has defense, he has healing, he has damage, he has everything that you want in a character, and he doesn't leave like Gojo leaves. So Yuta is absolutely insane. So starting with this menu, you get these unlocked as you go through the main quest. You unlock more and more of them. As you can see, you can 3-star them essentially, and if you 3-star them, then you can skip them. If you don't 3-star them, then you can't skip them, so just keep that in mind. But if I wanted to go and get those resources, I could just skip and get those resources for free pretty easily. So that tab's pretty self-explanatory. That is how you upgrade your characters. And then over here is how you get the currency that is required alongside those to upgrade your characters. So like it'll cost you JP to be able to upgrade your characters. This is like their version of gold or whatever else you call it in other games, right? This is the money it will cost you to upgrade. These are going to be what you use for the residues and the characters to upgrade alongside those other materials. Okay, so pretty straightforward for that stuff. And then we have this tab here. So you have the normal, hard, and very hard difficulties. Honestly, not too bad, but you're able to get this currency right here. This currency is very, very valuable because if you go into the exchange shop, you are able to turn it in for free SSR tickets. Now, it does take quite a bit to be able to get those SSR tickets. It's going to take a lot of farming, or you can get an SSR character dupe, a versatile character dupe as well. So a lot of good things to potentially get here. These are normal summon tickets as well. You can get enough of these to summon on the banner. It won't guarantee you anything, but they're just normal summon tickets. So you do want to be grinding this out pretty much every day from launch. This will be here at launch. Guys, make sure you grind it because it's going to allow you to do more summons, get more SSRs down the road, and that is very, very important. So that's one part of the shop tab, one aspect of it. Additionally, we have this mode here where you're going to be able to fight different like villains and or heroes from the show / manga. And so if you go in here, you can see I've cleared hard with 2 stars. It's actually, these are difficult. I will say these are difficult, but they do net you this currency right here. This currency is very, very important because this is what's going to allow you to summon, or not summon, I guess, purchase free SSR characters. So if we go back here a little bit, and we go to the main tab, go to the shop, and then we go down here on the bottom right, you can see the currency. It costs 1,500 of those to buy a single one of these characters, but if you were wanting these characters, as far as I know, there's not really many other versions. There's not going to be any versions in the game of these characters upon launch besides what's in the shop. I don't even think he's going to be here on launch. I think it's going to be just Hanami and Jugo here. So I think it's just going to be these 2 upon launch, but yeah, Jugo is actually fairly decent. Like, it's, if you want these free-to-play characters, you need to be farming this out as well. It is going to be more of your end game content at the start of the game because it's going to be hard for you to beat, but this is definitely something you guys are going to want to look forward to and definitely want to save for to be able to get those characters. Now, I mentioned recycling character pieces and recycling residues. Well, if you recycle residues and character pieces, it's going to give you these 2 currencies down here. So this one right here is going to be what you get. I believe this one's if you recycle residues. Okay, so this is what you get if you recycle residues. You're able to get these scrolls, and then these scrolls you can trade them in for free copies of things. This is going to be a free copy of a residue, right? That you're able to. It's a versatile residue piece, right? And then if we go over here, you have your characters. So you're able to exchange different character pieces when you recycle them. and then you're able to get free SSR characters and stuff like that. Not the best SSR characters, but they're there nonetheless, right? So Gojo is here eventually. I don't think all these characters are here upon launch, but just something to keep in mind that you will be able to do that, just to show you guys really quickly how that works, because right now I have 0. If we go over here, and I'll go ahead and recycle these 14 pieces, right? You can see the currency right there, and now it's going to give me those 14, and if I was to go back to the shop, it's going to say that I have 14 to exchange, right? So it takes a lot of summons and a lot of characters to eventually be able to buy a free SSR, but hey, that's nice. You're able to at least recycle your rares and stuff like that to get SSRs down the road, so just keep that in mind. Very, very nice. We got this part of the shop as well, just different SR memories and stuff like that. I don't feel like people use this a whole lot, but it's okay. I'm not really going to go too in depth on that, but yeah, pretty straightforward. These are going to be things you're able to exchange. You're able to exchange basically like other pieces, other character upgrade materials for other character upgrade materials. So if I need this upgrade material, I can exchange these to get that. So that's what this shop is right here. And then this shop right here is going to be where you're able to get these different currencies and exchange for these. Like these two shops, this shop right here and this shop are rarely ever used in my opinion, so just keep that in mind. But yeah, that is in essence the shop tabs. This will take you to the pity tab if you wanted to see pity a different way, but like I don't think you need to go through the shop tab to get there. So that is pretty much all of the menus, how all of it works. And then if you wanted to see your teams, I did not mention this, this is where you go to see your teams and build your teams and stuff like that. You can build multiple teams, it's not just one team, right? And you can see your overall combat power up here for the teams, and you can equip different residues to different characters that will allow them to do different things. There are residues that are better for some characters rather than others, so you're going to want to either check out the videos here on the channel when I go over what residues are better for different characters, or check out the resources down in the description where I will link basically the database for the website that tells you what all the residues do, what all the characters do, and stuff like that. But that is it for this beginner's guide, guys. Try saying that 3 times fast. And if you guys did enjoy the video, please consider going down there, hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful launch day and enjoy the game. Peace.